T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I am reviewing Ocular Max Perfection Series PS-21 Medicus, the Doctor, aka he's First Aid. He's one of the Protectobots. Here's the artwork on the packaging. Here's this side of the packaging. Here's this stuff right there. Here's this bio up close. Here is this, showing you everybody else that's going to be in the wave, and I guess their actual height. So streetwise is I forget which one is the bike. He's going to be taller. And if we use this handy dandy tech spec decoder, we can actually decipher what his tech specs are. Isn't that awesome? Here are the numbers. Pause if you really want to take a deep look. You also get this collector's card. This stuff right here with the tech specs already translated. Boo. And the instruction manual. I used Pake for Life. And by the way, I got this from Toy Dojo. You should check out Toy Dojo. Toy Dojo. They like to specialize in Transformers, but there are several other things there. Check them out for me, please. All right, let's bring him out here. Here's Medicus. I don't believe there's any diecast in him, so he is light. And when you've been playing with some fans' toys, you really take note to certain things like that. First thing you need to do out of packaging, the legs will be like this, and it's going to look weird. So grab right here at the hip and slide it out so you can have actual good proportions. Isn't that awesome? Only accessory he comes with, besides all that the tech specs type stuff, is this little tiny pistol. Come on. Let's bring the lights over here. Little tiny gun. And guess what? In the cartoon, he was like a pacifist, so he didn't even use a gun. The gun slots into the hand like that, and you're supposed to wrap the fingers around it. In my experience, it does not stay there very well. So if you do something like that, you'll have that action. So yeah, but I like the gun. I like that he actually comes with the gun, because my First Aid isn't going to be a pacifist, because this is mine. You mine, First Aid. But I don't know why. When I look at him, it brings me so much nostalgia for like G1 toys. Probably because everything in season 2 seemed to be more toy accurate. So his head sculpt is way more in line with what you would have saw in the toy. It looks like there's hollowness back there, but it's actually filled in. I don't believe he has any real hollowness besides that and that. And I can live with that. He doesn't have a ton of paint, which you see as far as this deco right here. That's painted on, and all the little, anything that's not white is painted. Same thing goes for this. But only paint on the real main body is that. And the eyes. And I brought up the head. Let me raise the camera a bit so you can see. But I still like him. He looks good. The way he's designed kind of reminds me of Zeta toys. They have like the same blocky, chunky aesthetic. But he was a square brick in the cartoon, so what you gonna do? If I have any gripes with him, when you move the neck, it comes off of that peg right there. But it doesn't really bother me, because when you use the ab crunch, he can still be looking forward, or if he's flying or something, it just doesn't bug me. Now, another gripe, this joint right here, this hinge is actually the transformation hinge, and his real hinge is right there. It is extremely tight, and it will want to push all that in there. So you got to like really grab right here to move that. But yeah, if you want some other articulation or want his arm to be up over his face, I guess you can use that still. So that is still a good thing that you can do that. I don't know if I have any other gripes as far as the design. Just first impressions was that he feels a little bit light because there is no diecast. And I'm not used to that with masterpiece scale type figures. Mix that with the fact that he's not painted that much, and it really just seems closer to a retail figure. So those are the only negatives. But outside of that, let's get into the good things. The head is on the ball joint. As you can see, he can do all types of attitude and turn around. You can look up this much without using that neck joint. You can look down, but he can look up that much if you use the neck joint. I just showed the shoulders. He has a bicep swivel. He has great double jointed elbows. Look at that. The wrist rotates. The fingers all move individually, which is great for like gesture type poses, even though they only have the one pin at the base knuckle. You can still do pictures like this where he's like talking to somebody. So I told the guy, you gotta come back later. We just have too many patients right now. He has a ball joint and a thumb, so the thumb can do that. And there is a ball joint in the wrist. I mean, you get a little bit of motion doing that, but it's not nothing major. You get an extremely good ratcheted ab crunch. Don't you like that? Waist swivel. The legs can, let me move these flaps out the way. Kick straight out. They can go all the way out to the side. He has one butt flap. Thank you. I hate it when they make the front skirt a butt flap. If you got to do flaps, please make them like this. But you got the thigh rotation right here. You got above the knee rotation because of the combiner joint right there. And you get ankle pivot that comes all the way in. Plus the foot can rock forward and the toe can rock back, but the foot can't really rock back. So he's good. He does not come with these Autobot insignias. I hate that I have to explain this, but let me do it. A company called Toy Hacks. I got this thing that they like to call repro labels. I put one there because that's where it was. And I put one here for his alternate mode. But as far as storage with the gun, that's not pegged in. Yeah, well. I don't know if you can do it in robot mode. I'm pretty sure there's something you can do. You can put the freaking gun back there if you want to. But he does have storage for vehicle mode. Let me get a comparison before I completely forget because I'm on a roll. Here's my bad cube Grump because I never put him back in the room. Let me go do that now. Here he is next to some other rescue bots. You're welcome. You're welcome. Transformation. I took the gun out of the hand. I am going to fold it up like that and set it to the side off camera. Hopefully the parts I'm transforming won't be off camera. First thing I'm going to do is slide these wheels down as far as I can slide them down. Yeah. Now I'm going to push the head back and grab at these little nubby things. And then I'm going to push the head down and lift this up over the head, and it elongated. Did you notice that? It just did it by itself. Now I'm going to grab this panel right here and grab this panel right here. It doesn't show you in the instructions, but instead of doing that, I'm going to rotate it this way and push the hand in. Rotate the hand, push it in, close it, and close it. Now we can take this panel right here in the elbow pit and lift this up into this orientation, and then it actually pegs. So lift this panel up, shove the arm in there, and it pegs. I'm gonna get the arms up out of the way first, up a little bit. Move this up here, move that down there, pull these out, unfold this, and before I forget, here is the gun storage. Plug that in there. Hopefully it doesn't fall out. It seems to be sturdy. Okay, now this stuff right here, I'm going to pull this out, push these down. They kind of were coming down as they went up. Did you see out? Did you see that? Now I'm going to lift these out to the side like that. And these arms, this shoulder joint, I'm going to keep moving it up, rotate it, the arm that way, and then bring this all into here, and they peg onto the inner frame, that this red thing right there, they peg right there. Here's the peg. So I'm gonna lift that joint up this way, rotate it, and bring it into here, and peg that together. Now we can close this, close that, and bring down the emergency lights. We can bring that like this. Up here, we can rotate this and bring this, these two little nubbies go into that cavity. Plugs together like that. Now we can bring, this is on like a double hinge, bend it like that while we're pushing it into this orientation right there. Same deal on this side, bend it and push it up underneath of this part of the vehicle frame, and we're good to go. Now this is several hinges. This one bends that way while we bend this one this way, and then we need to bend that hinge this way while we bring this right there. And we're good to go on the top. Yay, only 3.5 minutes. Yay. Now the legs, I'm gonna go ahead and shift the hips in now on both sides, then spread it back out again. This, we need to start here. This slides up right there in these two places. In the instructions, they show you that you're supposed to separate this first and then bring this over. You do not ever, you never need to separate that. Just bring it out as one cohesive unit. Now we can bring the foot in like this, the heel, I mean, and put the toe down like that. All right, now it happened early, but basically we need to like unpeg this red part from the peg hole right there, and there's another peg on the inside. I can't show you, but I'm going to rotate this side panel around, making sure to clear that. The inside of the leg, I'm going to bring that out, pull that in like this. Now I am going to bring this panel right here, which is scary tight. It like clicks tight right there. Now this combiner hand, I'm going to bring up like this and kind of bring, you know, with this like this, I'm going to slide that up out the way and then try to, it's two pegs right here and a little tiny peg right there. We need to slide this down and get this into place, which is easier said than frickin' done. And people are all of a sudden, I've been doing reviews forever and I've had stereo mics forever, but now all of a sudden in the past couple months I keep getting comments about me going from left to right, left to right. So I don't know if you're going to hear that, because I might try to figure out how to do this mono and take y'all back to the Stone Age since you complain so much. But get this back into place. it pegs in, like there's a little peg right there. And now we can, with this slid all the way up, rotate this in like that and bring it together like this and shut that. Okay, now let's try to do all that again on this side. What did I do? I pull up on this front, then I'm getting leverage with this heel. I'm pulling up right there to get all of that out of whack. Open that up. Now I'm going to put this heel right here and leave that like this. Now in here we're going to open this panel up and fold that. We are opening this up, moving the fingers up like that, and before I forget, we are unpegging stuff right there so we can rotate this around. And let's go ahead and slide this up, bring this up, put this back down. I just flattened that. Now I'm gonna try to get this tabbed where that needs to be. Okay, now we can get these fingers up in there and peg this peg there, and a little lip goes behind that if you didn't see that. Now we can rotate this into here. Oops, oops, oops. Shut that first. Now we can get this into here. And one thing I didn't show y'all, these little nubs are on a hinge, so they can actually fold up into there. Make sure they're out so that we can peg them into the front of the vehicle, the wheels, and now it is an ambulance. The wheels have rubber on it, or a rubbery filling material. Doesn't really roll that well to me. I've transformed this 3 times now. These wheels seem to rub on something. I can see it's not touching. This one is a little bit better. This one not so much. Let's see. Yeah, it's not rolling that well for me. But let's let you see him. It looks nice and cartoony with that window just being blue. They tried to shade it out so much that you won't see all the way in there. So that's a thing. These are a soft, pliable material. Be careful with that. My logos that I put on there are still visible. Here's what you're working with down here. Here he is next to you. Masterpiece Ratchet. You're welcome again. I hate transforming stuff for reviews, but I just did it here. Let me bring the camera down. Whee! As you can see, Masterpiece Ratchet is taller. They are very close to the same length though. So yeah, you'd be able to store more people inside if you didn't have all these visible robot parts under there. And my Ratchet does have repro labels, so they make more than just that. Yeah, good to go. I do not have the Compaticons. Someone let me borrow those. Thank you. And here is my Bad Cube Huff, since I have him in arm's length. There you go. I need to sell this thing. I keep buying new toys and not selling the old ones. But there you go, nice and solid. It feels way heavier in this mode. It just like Ratchet feels a little bit heavier. He feels kind of lighter than this, to be honest. But they might weigh the same thing. He feels nice. It almost feels like it has die-cast once you get it into this mode. Get everything condensed together. But yeah, I like it. It looks cool. A lot of details. Yeah, even without the logo on there, it still would look complete. Something about it, because it's just white in the front instead of having like a silver bumper, it makes it come off as feeling cheaper. Like I said, there is not a lot of paint on this, but where there is paint, it's good. let's show you the combine mode. What I'm going to do is open this up. Just put this out like that. I'm going to separate this. Separate the legs. Come on, you. And we can unaccordion this right there. Go ahead and unaccordion that right there. And now we are going to lift this flap up and plug it into this. Lift this flap, plug it into that. Down here, we are going to unplug that, bring the hand out. It feels like these pegs are stuck, but it's really just this hinge is tight right there. I'm going to move that, rotate the hand around, and push this like this. Oh yeah, I didn't have to do it, but you see how this thumb is folded up? That's how the thumb needs to be to work in the robot mode. So, and in robot mode and vehicle mode, the thumb needs to be like this. But you saw me rotate that. Now I'm going to put it back, put the peg back, elongate the thumb, bring the hands straight like this. And over here, same deal, separate this right here, bring that out, move this out the way, rotate the hand, bring the hand straight, put the hand up like this. Okay, bring that together and go ahead and smash the arm together. Here, we need to open this panel, engage the ab crunch, which makes the combiner joint come out. Then we can shut this. And then I imagine you put it like this, and when you get hot spot or whatever his fake name will be, make sense. This, I believe you rotate it this way, and then because of the way they designed the knees, this actually rotates as well. Oh wait, no. I guess it rotates this way. Wait, something ain't right. I think this isn't pushed all the way over. There we go. The legs need to be tightly squeezed together. This is actually supposed to be this way because this is a left arm. So now you have access to that. It only gets slightly more than 90 degrees. But that's good for a combiner. The hand, I didn't show you that you can smash that together. The hand can rotate that way and a little bit this way. But you have access to the thumb right here. There's several points of articulation, and the fingers can actually hinge out that way. There are 3 knuckles on each finger, and the hand can go out like that. So it can smash the ground and actually do a freaking handstand once I get it onto the flat part of this paper surface. But yeah, I like him. He cool. Oh yeah, and now I see why you need to push these down, which is an extra step. One thing I'm not liking, this is mostly like a solid robot and everything's solid once you put it together. The things that don't stay together, it seems like, are these tabs. And in robot mode, I pointed out the little tabs in the leg that hold the side panels together. But other than that, I'm liking this arm. I like first aid for some reason, and he was definitely the one I wanted to buy out of the team. He could be a solo guy if you want him to be. So if there are any final thoughts, the ambulance looks good. The robot looks good. This arm is coming along. Only thing's not pretty is stuff like this. But yeah. I think if you just wanted him by himself, he's good to go. He's not the most like dynamically posable in robot mode, but he has all the things you would want. The ankle pivot is great. The ab crunch is very good. And then he has all the extra range on the neck and whatnot. And the arms are good with the double jointed elbows. So can't really complain too much. He comes with a lot. Well, he doesn't come with a lot is what I meant to say. He just comes with that gun. But what more do you need from him? Maybe you could have had some medical fixing tools or whatever like that. But hey, not everybody is Takara. Love them or hate them. Anyway, thank you for watching this. Once again, I got this from Toy Dojo. Check them out. T-Man978. Out of here.
Figure action. That one's me.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really